two finals, two legends, two collapses no one saw coming. One fell before the game even started. One carried his team to the edge, then watched it all slip away. This isn't just football history. If you've never seen this channel before, hit subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming. To France. July 12, 1998, the Stade de France is shaking. Over 80,000 people are inside. Hundreds of millions more are watching at home. The biggest stage in all of football. The World Cup final, and the man everyone came to see, Ronaldo Nazario, is missing. Not missing from the starting lineup, missing from reality. Hours before kickoff, the greatest striker on the planet had a seizure in his hotel room. His teammates heard the sounds. They rushed in. They found him on the floor, convulsing, unable to speak. Doctors were called. Chaos filled the hallway, and yet, his name was still printed on the team sheet. Brazil decided to play him anyway. Think about that for a second. A man who had just suffered a medical crisis, who could barely stand, who had no business being on any football pitch, was asked to play a World Cup final, and he said yes. That decision would haunt an entire nation for years. Ronaldo played. He was a ghost of himself. France won 3-0. Zinedine Zidane scored twice with his head. Brazil, the favorites, the dynasty, were dismantled. And Ronaldo, the man who was supposed to be unstoppable, disappeared on the biggest night of his life. The world had one question: what happened? Officially, it was listed as a convulsion, an allergic reaction, a stress response. The medical explanations came fast, but they felt thin. Rumors spread. Was it food poisoning? Was it psychological? Was it something more sinister? To this day, the full truth of what happened in that hotel room has never been completely confirmed. What we do know is this: Ronaldo Nazario was 21 years old. He was carrying the weight of 170 million Brazilians. He was the best player on earth. And on the night he needed to perform more than any other, his body broke down. Not because he was weak, because no human being should carry that much. But here is where the story shifts, because Ronaldo Nazario did not let 1998 be his ending. 4 years later, in Japan and South Korea, he came back. He had fought through devastating knee injuries that nearly ended his career twice. Surgeons told him he might never play again. He proved them wrong. And at the 2002 World Cup, Ronaldo Nazario scored 8 goals, won the Golden Boot, and lifted the trophy. In the final against Germany, he scored twice. He was the best player in the world, again, on the biggest stage, again. The story of 1998 became the foundation of one of the greatest comebacks in sports history. But now, let us travel forward in time. Brazil, June 2014. A different kind of pressure. Lionel Messi arrives at the World Cup as the greatest player of his generation. He has won 4 Ballon d'Or awards. He has rewritten the record books at his club. But the one thing that follows him everywhere, the one thing his critics never stop repeating, is that he has never won it with Argentina. The Ballon d'Or is named after a French word meaning golden ball. It is the award given to the best footballer in the world each year. Messi had won it 4 straight times. And still, people said it was not enough. Not without the World Cup. Argentina reached the 2014 World Cup final. Lionel Messi is the reason. He scored 4 goals in the group stage alone. He was electric, unpredictable. There were moments in that tournament. A curling finish against Bosnia and Herzegovina, a late winner against Iran, a moment of pure genius against Nigeria, that reminded you exactly why he was considered the best to ever play the game. Argentina defeated the Netherlands on penalties in the semifinal. They were 90 minutes from glory. Their opponents in the final were Germany, July 13, 2014, the Estadio do Maracana in Rio de Janeiro. And from the opening minute, something felt wrong. Argentina were cautious, defensive. They were not the team that had dazzled through the group stage. Messi was quiet, not invisible, but quiet. Germany controlled the tempo. Argentina survived. The game went to extra time. Then, in the 113th minute, Mario Götze controlled a cross on his chest and volleyed it into the net. Argentina pushed. They had chances. Messi had a free kick in the final moments. He hit it wide. Germany won the World Cup. Argentina went home with nothing. And Messi, who had been named the best player of the tournament, who received the Golden Ball award for that very tournament, broke down in tears on the pitch. He did not want the award. He looked like a man who had just lost everything. Here is what makes these two stories impossible to separate. Both men were the best in the world. Both men reached the final. Both men were given the chance to define their legacy forever. And both men walked away from the biggest night of their lives with nothing but grief. But the nature of their grief was completely different. Ronaldo Nazario did not fail. His body failed him. He was taken down by something outside his control, something medical, something cruel. He had no choice. He was present but broken physically. And because of that, the world gave him grace. They forgave him. They waited for him. Messi was different. Messi was healthy. Messi was present. Messi had every chance. And still, in the moments that mattered most, the goals did not come. The magic did not appear. He was there, and that made it harder to explain. Some say the pressure was too much. Others say Argentina's tactics suffocated him. Some say he was double-marked, triple-marked, that Germany had studied every move he made. But none of those explanations fully satisfy the question that lingered. Why, when it mattered most, did the world's greatest player go quiet? The burden Ronaldo carried in 1998 was physical, a seizure, a broken body, a system that failed him. The burden Messi carried in 2014 was something else entirely. It was expectation, identity, the weight of a country that had been waiting 40 years to feel what it felt in 1978 and 1986. The weight of being compared every single day to Diego Maradona, a man who had done what Messi had not yet done. Two burdens, two different kinds of pain. And here is the question that has no clean answer. Which one is harder to carry? A body that betrays you without warning, or an expectation that never lets you breathe? The answer depends on who you ask. But what both stories share is this: neither man gave up. Ronaldo came back and won it all in 2002. He became, in the eyes of many, the greatest number 9 who ever played the game. His story is one of survival, of resilience, of proving that even the worst night of your life does not have to be your last chapter. And Messi came back too. In 2021, he finally won the Copa America with Argentina. The tournament, named Copa America, means South American Championship. It was his first major international trophy, and in 2022, at the age of 35, at what most people assumed would be his last World Cup, Lionel Messi led Argentina to glory. He scored 7 goals. He won the Golden Boot. He won the Golden Ball. And when the final whistle blew after Argentina beat France on penalties in one of the greatest finals ever played, Messi lifted the trophy that had defined his career as unfinished for so long. The burden was finally gone. Two finals, 2 heartbreaks, 2 men who refused to be defined by their worst night. Ronaldo Nazario carried a broken body to the biggest game on earth and lost. Messi carried the weight of a nation's dream for 2 decades before finally setting it down. Who carried the heavier burden? Maybe the real answer is that the heaviest burden is not the one you carry to the final. It is the one you carry afterward, the one that lives in the years between, the one that follows you into every press conference, every training session, every quiet moment when you are alone with your own thoughts and the world's expectations are still sitting on your shoulder. Both men carried that burden, and both men in their own time, in their own way, put it down. That is not failure. That is what greatness actually looks like when you strip away the trophies and the highlights and the records. It looks like a person, still standing, still playing, still refusing to quit. What you just watched is not just a football story. It is a story about pressure, about identity, about what it means to carry something bigger than yourself and keep moving anyway. Ronaldo Nazario and Lionel Messi are not just athletes, they are mirrors. They show us what human beings look like at their absolute limit. And if this story made you feel something, if it made you think about your own burdens, your own finals, your own moments where everything was on the line, then this channel is built exactly for you. We tell the stories that go deeper than the scoreline. We find the human being inside the legend, and we are just getting started. If you want to be here for the next one, subscribe right now. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And if you have a story you want us to tell, drop it in the comments below. The next legend is already waiting.